have explained my new book cover, but I'm always happy to talk about it again. So this is The Culting of America, the new book that I have written, coming soon. I wrote one book called Uncultured. This book is about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and going into the cult of the U.S. Army. It is a story. You can read signed copies here or listen to me read it to you on Spotify Premium. Now I have just spent 2.5 years working on this book, but really it's a research book that I think I've been working on for a decade. This book is about my 10-part definition of cults, but I break it down for you in cults, in the military, and then in American society. At the very end, chapter Ends Justifies the Means. Well, in chapter Us versus Them, I bring it home how America is very culty all throughout our history. How the Puritans coming to America, not that different from Jim Jones going to Jonestown. And then in the final chapter, Ends Justifies the Means, is when it's like, y'all, this has been about MAGA the whole time and where we are in this country right now. Now, I was expecting a flag on the cover. That's what I told them. I said American flag, Andy Warhol-esque. Those are the two things I was thinking. So I was prepared for a red, white, and blue flag. And when I mean prepared, I mean I had all of my red, white, and blue outfits on lock. And then it came back, and the designer and the publisher both had been like, yeah, we can't give Daniela's book a red, white, and blue flag. Unfortunately, at this exact period in history, that means something, and it's kind of a hate symbol. So they gave me this. Well, they gave me a bunch of options, and this was the final one. And I love it so much because, first of all, the colors that stand out to me are still magenta, ivory, and teal, which is another form of red, white, and blue. And it's still the flag. It's subversively very cut up. When you open the book jacket, this flag is going to make itself back together again. But it is intended to be a message of we are taking it back. The flag is ours. The flag is not theirs. It is not to be used only as a hate symbol. Just in this little townhouse I live in, there's 27 years of military experience. I'm not letting them take the flag and turning it into a hate symbol. We are coming for it. We are taking it back, and we are doing it with more color and more rainbows and more inclusion and more perspective and less blood and less hate and less racism. So if you're interested, you can pre-order copies of Culting of America. The deeds are linked in the bio. Or if you're watching this on any other channel than TikTok, you can see the packages tagged here. The knitting bundle is very fun. There are knitting needles that look like swords. And also stickers. The stickers are in the shop.